Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've never really been a fan of Land Rovers or Range Rovers, but I'm hoping that this car in front of me is going to change my mind because it looks mostly epic. So here it is, a Defender 110, the L663. Now, sorry, I'm gonna have to brush up on my knowledge of Land Rovers because at the minute it is zero. It is only the 2-litre diesel, but looking at values of them, I don't think that really matters too much. They all seem to be about the same sort of price. Now, this is a 2020 car, only done 23,000 miles, and as you can see, it has been crashed at the front. Now, I paid way too much money for this car. I went well over my budget, but I just really wanted it. I thought it'd be a good car for the channel too. Now, it's a Category S car, but the good news is when I went to pick this up from Copart, it was in the yard and they didn't forklift it on because it can be driven. Now, the radiator looks to be untouched because it starts, runs, drives, no fluid leaking at all, and there's no engine warning lights on the dash. So I'm fingers crossed this damage might not be as bad as I think it's going to be. I don't know what was on here. It's a front. We have got some bits in the boot. I'll go check it out in a moment. But obviously we can see the headlights being pushed right in and up. Wing looks like it's been pushed back. We've got a bit of damage to the bumper there. And we can see the impact must have been roughly here because it is snapped the crash bar, which is a good thing because that usually means snap doesn't mean move out of place. So the chassis legs should be okay, although you would have thought that the crash bar would do a bit better of a job and not just shear off like that. But there we go. So that might be a good thing that it's done that. Again, we've got headlights look to be pushed up in there. And if we can lift the bonnet, which I can, the top here doesn't look too bad. I think it's been pushed back, but it doesn't look like, as I say, it's damaged any of the radiator or anything. So, and there's our 2-litre engines. So I don't think it is as bad as I thought it was going to be. The interior, no airbags have been deployed, which is good. And we've got a good spec in here. We've got a Meridian sound system. We have the panoramic roof, only got the 1 key. And as I say, it does start and run. And the battery is actually good on this for a change. Although it does say battery low, it does start. And I don't really know what else spec-wise you get with these. We've got a load of parts in the boot here, which we're going to get out in a moment and have a look. And I said earlier, it looks like it's got some sort of kit on it. I don't know if it's an urban kit or not. After doing a little bit of research, there are quite a lot of kits available, but we do have extended wheel arches. We do have a boot spoiler up here. I think these are the standard Defender wheels, just painted in black. We've got the side steps here, and we've also got a front light unit at the top there. And I'm guessing there was some sort of design package on the front bumper too. I think muffler standing here. We've got these side haunches here, which are extra. And this also, another reason I wanted to buy it, it's got a 3.5 ton towing capacity and it's got a factory deployable tow bar, which you can see just about here. Now I know there was problems in the past with the factory tow bars actually failing on Land Rovers and the trailers coming off down the road. I'm really hoping they've kind of sorted it for the Defender because that would not be ideal. And this was actually sold at Redline Specialist Cars by the looks of it as well, so it must have been a pretty decent car. We can see it. We're going to get all those out in a moment once we get it up into the workshop. But as a quick little overview of the old Defender 110, let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think to the car, and do you think it's going to be a fairly straightforward fix? Right, so let's now jump in our starter up, get up to the top of the yard and start having a look in the boot. Should start. Yeah, for once I have a car that doesn't need to be jump started. Now, obviously when I bought this, like with every car, I buy it blind, so I have no idea if it's going to run, drive or anything like that. And I seem to have got lucky this one because it does start, drive, no coolant, no fluid loss. Gearbox seems to work fine. It drives in a straight line and it all feels absolutely fine. You know what? I think I could probably put a front registration on this and go out on the road and it would be fine. But obviously I'm not going to be doing that. Right, let's get that open. So I think by the looks of it, we've got most of our parts here, which is good because there may be some things I can reuse. I'm guessing most of it's scrap, but it also will give me a good indication of what parts I need to buy. Like this, look, front sensor, because that no doubt would be expensive, and it looks like it's just been unplugged, so that will save me some money. We're gonna have stuff like fog lights, whatever that is. Yeah, that's a fog light. We're gonna have loads of connector type things, so there's no doubt that the parts in here I will be able to reuse a fair few of them. Well, I say a fair few, a few. Right, let's take a look and see what we've got then. So see if we can piece together a front end. Ah, headlight surround. Okay, I was wondering about that because it looks like the headlights have been pushed really far back, but looking at this, they actually sit in a recess. So that's actually solved one query I had. It looks like an air duct and bumper corner. Trims. I don't think this went on the front anyway. There. Main front bumper. Right, now we've got it in the workshop, we can start stripping the parts off the front end and start building up a bit of a picture of what I need to order. However, I just opened the bonnet and I just saw this not so factory looking box here. Now it's just got some wire into the top post jump start point and to an earth. And it looks like it's been held on by a cable tie. I don't know where my side cutters are, but I'm interested to see what this is. So, actually, I think I may have figured it out. I think it's probably something to do with those lights up there. That would be my guess. So for now, I've just cable tied it back in and put it back where I found it. So now let's concentrate on the front end. Now, it's a little bit weird because if you look at this headlight there, you can see it's quite pushed up into the wing, whereas this side, look, it sits pretty much normal. Maybe a little bit high, but this side is definitely higher. But it's all quite, although I think it's broken a lug off the top, these aren't all bent and out of position. And the wing doesn't look to be pushed down either. So I don't know if the whole thing maybe like shunted up, this whole cross frame here. I think I'm going to start just removing, I don't know, I'm just going to start undoing bolts and hopefully things come away. So to start the front end, it's going to start the easiest thing, and that is the crash bar. It's 8 bolts and the whole thing comes off a little too easily. Okay, how? So once that's out the way, that we can get on with the slam panel at the top there. It's just loads of 13mm bolts connected to the headlight bracket, which is also metal. And then that's just connected to loads of little trim panels and a few more bolts along the top there. But in reality, there's not much damaged on the front here and there's loads of space, so things come off pretty easily.
Right, there we go. And 2.
I'm just looking for the locking wheel key. Confirmation it was sold by Redline. We have a Redline locking wheel key. And I've also got a book pack and MOT certificate and service history as well. And we've got full Land Rover service history, last serviced in August last year. Oh no, August 2022. So it's probably due one soon. But it was only sort of 9,000 miles ago. So we're good there. I need the locking wheel key. Get the wheels off. Again, not much damage here on the offside front driver's wheel well, and all the wheel arch liner was just held in with some push clips, and that is pretty much it. The wing come away really easy too.
Literally a bin bag.
That is what is inside every factory Defender wing. Yeah, yes. Oh, bloody hell, this is heavy. No wonder they weigh 2.5 ton. Right, with the wing now off, it gives us more of our exposed front end and we can see really what we're dealing with. Now, as I'd hoped, this part here is just a simple, I mean, look how loose it is, look. It is just a simple bolt on, it's bolted on 3 bolts onto the main rail there. Now, I'm not 100%, but I do think it is slightly been kinked up. Now, can you see here, look, where it's just very slightly bowed upwards. Now, if we look at the other side, it's hard to see. It's in there, but it has also got a very slight kink. Now, this side, in my opinion, hasn't been affected. It's obviously just had very light damage here. I mean, I can't really even see this really being bent at all. Looks like none of our radiator or air condenser. It's been pushed in a little bit, but it's not damaged. So that is fine. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to ring up Land Rover parts department now, just get them to send through a full parts list from the front end, and then me just go through it and pick out parts, because we've got them all here, look. There's a few nothing is majorly damaged, like that could probably be reused. I think the bumper comes in a lot of different parts. That I think is damaged, although it doesn't look it, I'm not sure. I'll have to have a good look. That's obviously damaged. That is just damaged on the corner here. It's been ripped off a little bit, which is annoying. Fog lights seem to be okay. Headlights are both okay as well. Number plate's okay. This part of the bumper looks okay. I think that's okay. This part here looks okay. The under tray there, is that okay? Yeah, I think this bit's okay. Look, or yeah, no, I think it is okay. Yeah, that's fine. I think that piece there is, so there's various bits that I don't need. So when I was expecting the worst after I'd won the car, I was going through eBay and I was like, Land Rover front end, that's what I normally do, like front end of cars. And there's a couple popping up and they want 15 grand for a front end, which I don't even know where they've got them prices from, because I'm pretty sure even if you ordered a whole front end, it wouldn't come to 15 grand in parts. So we're gonna find out, because I'm now gonna ring Land Rover. I'm going to get them to send a full parts list through and a full price breakdown for that parts list, and try and actually work out why this car has been even written off, and a worse effect, it's been written off as a Cat S. So I'm really struggling to work out why this has even been written off and not just repaired. Because don't forget, when cars are crashed, it doesn't mean they're going to get written off. Like loads, hundreds of thousands of cars every year are crashed, repaired, but not written off. So why this has been written off at the minute, I don't know. So maybe I'm just about to get a massive shock in the price of parts. So let's give them a call.
Your call is important to us. Calls may be recorded for training. Dial 1 to make a new service MOT or UK/book online. Dial 3 for business and company vehicle purchases. Dial 4 for Jaguar sales. Dial 5 for Land Rover sales. Dial 6 for parts.
Yeah, so I've got a Land Rover with some front end damage, so I just need a lot of price on parts.
So yeah, if you send an email through the list of parts that you want,
yeah,
priced up, then we can work through it and send over.
Is that the easiest thing to do, is it?
Yeah, because it's part by part. There's
yeah.
no list.
Right, okay.
You have to look up each individual component. So you start with general, what you want generally, then we can get into the nitty-gritty once we've done the main items, sort of thing.
Okay, sure, no worries. Okay, what's the best email to send it over to, please? Right, I'm now just going to ping them an email with a whole price breakdown at the front end, and hopefully he responds to me today. That would be ideal. And then we can either cry, laugh, or somewhere in the middle. So I've just dragged the old Defender back outside, and I've just got my email come in, and for every single part from the headlights forward, apart from the headlights, I haven't included the bonnet actually, even though it's very slightly damaged. An insurance company would have put in for a new bonnet. The total bill is £5,000, and that is for every part literally possible from the front end forward, brand new direct from Land Rover. So it begs the question, if that's the case, why has this Defender been written off at all? Why is it not just in, repaired, out again, absolutely fine, let alone a Cat S? So am I missing something? I'm not sure, but we're gonna find out in the next one. I'm gonna order some parts and I'll see you for part 2. See if we can get this fixed for the 5 grand that I've been told it is. Yes, I haven't ordered a bonnet or got a bonnet quoted up, which an insurance company probably would have done, but that can be repaired, all right? That's not that bad. And obviously it needs the front wing painting. So you got a little bit of paint, probably maybe £500 worth of paint, maybe a little bit more. But still, you'd have thought that the limit for an insurance company to write this off would be, got to be around the 10 grand mark, right? I mean, got to be. And we're at half that, plus a little bit more. So am I missing something? I don't know, but it looks like I'm going to be ordering £5,000 of the parts from Land Rover, unless I can find some secondhand a little bit cheaper. And we're going to find out in the next episode, guys, if I am missing something big or if this is just one rubbish insurance job. So I'll catch you in the next one, guys.